Na first blood, di ko nakita. Di ko nakita. Kaya dyan na. Oh! Okay. Nice one. Nice one. Ganda umpisa. Alam na.
The fact that they've already gotten everything that they need, it's starting to snowball already. And I was expecting GXP to be that guy. To
Panalo
be
na
that
agad.
woman who takes them all out. Even Mirai, confident, doesn't even have to flicker, recognizes that, Lima, you don't have the base damage. I'm a full level ahead of you.
And how does that change the conditions for GXP? Because you're no longer on equal footing. You no longer have to anticipate whether or not the early comes out from these arrows or not, because they're already at an advantage. Mirai will get out of this. Still some glooms left.
Oh.
It's tough for the mid duo of GXP.
It already feels like Rain is asking the rest of her teammates, just hold my earrings, I'll do the rest. Don't worry, Mirai. Just open up that map and I'm gonna hurt him big time. And with that passive, heals right back up to full. So great control as they freeze that mid lane. They're starting to lean out of it as they want to attack the top side.
Okay, not Ayanami, just going in for the dives, even under the turrets. But Mirai will be the one to finish the job. That's fun. They actually find.
I think this game is starting to look pretty doomed. Pretty doomed very early on, because this has to be by far one of the most heretical starts. Like, this is blasphemous to people in Mobile Legends. The first 2 minutes were already 3 kills on the side of Navi, all centralized towards the most important roles in Ling and Fa.
Okay, fortunately, an Abyssal Arrow does land over there. Sophia trying to dive, but it's an outplay!
Naku po.
Everything has just not been going
Naku
their
po.
way every
Alam
single
na agad.
attempt. And now Navi might just take away this purple buff
GG
even
na.
from Fa.
Grabe, nag-invade po.
I'm getting the vibes back. This is why everybody was so excited for Assassin.
Oh, naka-solo kill.
Able to find the solo kill despite everything that has happened.
Okay.
The extra assist from
Pumapalag
Ironix
pa.
wasn't enough.
Okay, that's a bit of a glimpse of hope for GXP right there. At least they get some trades one way or another through the EXP lane, but how else? Because even here in this jungle camp, you just could not farm as peacefully. Fa could barely get the EXP that's necessary. It's a 2-level gap.
This is so dirty. This is particularly dirty. KG knows how to play this Balmont, or has at least gotten all the tips and tricks. You're using a lethal counter. You're also trying to contest with Retribution. It's just an easy way to steal camps at a high rate against your opponent, and just ever telling them, yo, fear this. Shortcut connects.
Pumasok.
How could they
Wala,
do this?
kalma
They're just
lang.
everywhere. Mirai,
Wala.
fortunately for GXP, they don't
Uy.
actually lose Winnie out there, but
Uy.
does it actually become an opening?
Uy.
Now they get to find a kill. Fa finds Mirai. Tempest
Nice
is
one.
already committed,
Ikot.
but they
Back
don't
na.
want to fight this. They don't want to fight around a spinning Balmond.
No, they don't have the items. They don't have the damage. Rain, does he cancel it? No, they're just gonna set up this dive.
Oh, it's
naku.
all alone. Trying
Siya
to
na ang
escape, so
sakripisyo.
arrows land.
Kaya ba umabol?
He's
Wala,
just gonna
may.
buy some time.
Yeah, just again, really elusive here. Unless Rain or Keishi can actually apply some kind of movement speed slow, it's just going to be an ever taxed jungle. It's just Navi's walking in and they're like, hey, you owe me money. Interest.
Uy, tanong role nung ano.
So Fa, it's always Mirai plus another.
Ano role nung Selena?
Solo kill!
Uy, naku po.
Towards not Ayanami.
Kinakawawa yung ano,
Navi
XP
fail, or
laner
they
nyo.
actually do take. No, they don't. They don't take away the purple buff for the second time, and at least for Fa, they're slowly able to keep up bit by bit.
Yeah, but it just means that Retribution is going to be down. Not like Balmond really cares whether Ling has Retribution or not, but generally speaking, this has been a pretty tough game. I'm looking towards Ling's side of the map. How can they get Ling
Selena
involved?
mid lane?
Luckily, the turtle is spawning down on the bottom side. They're forced to get Ling back in, and not Ayanami. No flicker. Has already gotten solo kill twice. Wants to shove that top side.
Kita
And
na.
Navi
Oh, nakita
understand this.
na.
Let's slow it down.
Okay.
Wait for the shortcut.
Understandably so, you see Ling here, but Mirai has an idea as
Oh,
well.
muntik na.
I thought that was gonna land too. Mirai didn't necessarily try to
Muntik
catch
na.
it,
Napabayaan si
but
Mirai.
they lose out big on energy shields up top. GXP are the ones actually leashing this turtle towards their side, and without not Ayanami, they probably would have very little ways to contest. A setup! Once again from Ling to
naku
get him
po.
into the blades! But the
Naku po.
response, the teleportation
Kaya,
is
walang
coming in from
damage.
Mirai. Do they wanna fight this? Rain does show up, Rian goes in with
Nice.
nothing to it, landing it on 3, forcing out the flicker from Winnie, and
Nice
actually
one.
finding one.
Yun pala eh.
Emma goes
Back na,
down,
back na.
but Sophia escapes.
Oh, wait, hold on. Ling might be in some trouble, and now they can set up for a potential dive. Sophia's nearby and will peel, but Ling
What?
can only do so much. How many seconds until the ult comes back up?
They really want this
Bak
turret.
na.
Not Ayanami still going
Naku,
for it.
gusto
1v2.
bumawi. Ayaw.
Both had to flicker out.
God bless.
Oh, ho, ho.
God bless. Flicker saves lives, people. Flicker saves lives. These flickers have been essential for their escapes. 5 to 6, however, structural damage has already been applied. Navi making sure that the bottom side has been cut. Now they're going to send Rian towards the top side to break that other tier 1. But I would have imagined at some point Navi might want to start double waving with this Claude.
So far, it's good either way. They're 3-0 on this Claude. The participation has been massive for them every single time we get to see a team fight. But someone who hasn't been really participating as much is Keishi.
Oh,
Right now, we might actually see that happen as they lay
nice
down
one.
the portal. Winnie is the target. And it's not looking great.
Yep, it's not safe. The river is not a safe space to walk in, and I think definitely GXP need to start opening up this map, or Sophia needs to start. Oh god,
Oh. Nadakdakan sa ulo.
You thought you were safe.
I thought you were safe, to be fair.
Yeah, but there was a chip trying to intercept you from behind, and a lethal counter too in your face. There's not much you could expect from a Hilda at this point, no matter how much she tries to open up the map. Navi are just at the most unexpected places possible.
Yeah, I think that GXP, unless they get some clean wombo combos like they did in their previous fight around that second turtle, it's not gonna be easy. Definitely not. Like Faz is probably going to get solo killed by Ayanami if he takes a prolonged fight against them. So at this stage, oh, another shortcut.
Oh, huli na naman. Nice one.
Winnie's just
Ganda.
not having a good time.
Hindi pinapalaro.
Here on a Bruno, and she has
Bawal
to go
siya
through
maglaro.
all of this.
It's just constant pressure. Constant execution. Oh wait, they don't actually take it back. They realize and recognize the top side is actually where a majority of the resistance is coming from GXP. They should know the purple buff is up, and here they come on the run.
Not Ayanami leading the charge, forcing out the Tempest of Blades. Now they are forced to just get back. There's the Abyssal Arrow, but that's just about it. Navi are not really gonna stop the pressure from coming.
They're gonna try though. Oh, next on towards the back line. However, Ling unfortunately can't. Seems close to distance. Didn't want to commit the flicker as well, but they've got battle spells out of Navi. And honestly, at this stage of the game with a 3.8k lead at 8 minutes, it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, at least if you look at it from the perspective of having a Ling on your lineup, you could play around the map a bit more, but just how could you? If Navi keep forcing these kinds of fights and just surprises all over, at least for now, Faz trying to stay composed by doing exactly what we mentioned, but even Keishi is just a bit too quick to expect what's about to happen from GXP.
Yeah, just a little too fast. And now, here come Descent of the Valkyries.
Okay.
Oh, concept though.
2v3.
Cancels. Now it's Rihanna
Kaya?
to get away from that. Not Ayanami left all alone against 3, and she could not take out at least
Saklap
one.
lude.
Reyna actually shows up with a flicker. Winnie too having to dash away.
Okay.
And their eye! Another intercept.
Pumitas lang. Kinakawawa. Grabe naman kayo sa Bruno.
Again, great target priority here. And no time being wasted by Mirai. It's like, all right, I see my low target. I know exactly what I want to do. And this lead now, as we pull up the item list, we're already seeing fleeting time completed. 9 minutes pretty early on with rapid boots as well. Explains why, not only with the passive, why Mirai so fast. Okay, Faz okay. Thank goodness. Like, it couldn't get worse from this point onwards. I mean, don't worry, that purple buffer was always Navi's.
It was always Navi's anyway.
Yep.
But I wonder who else is not safe. Winnie yet again.
Oh my god!
She's been holding on that bush for too long. Mara's been staying in that bush
Pumasok?
for too long. And even with this 4-man setup coming in from the
Dami.
back, I think they will get the
Kaya?
value out of it. They'll just
Nice.
miss out on more and more members. Ling falling down
Nice.
as well.
Uy,
There might
naku,
be one
napitas
trade,
yung
and that's
MM.
gonna be Rian.
They can't scale here at this point. They can't
Napitas
scale.
si
They don't have
Lude.
the reach to stay above them. Even Mirai having a full level ahead of Lima. The early game is completely gone, and technically this is where we're expecting Fa to start really picking up the slack for the rest of the team. However, with such a big lack of and an interception from Mirai, what are you supposed to do?
She had another ultimate available.
Fleeting time, what can I say? It's a good item, especially when you're this far ahead.
I was just trying to fly over from one wall to another, and all the while that was happening, it was a free objective over to Navi as well. Just look at the gold difference already existing. As at least it's not that far behind, but the gold lane, I think, is where you feel it the most.
Well, I want to say it's not only just the gold lane, but at the same time, I think that the fact that this Chastised Pauldron is already built for Mirai, I think at this point, Chip can get disrespectful, right? I don't think anybody has enough damage to kill him, and even if they do, the Chastised Pauldron passive will just keep him healthy. So at this point, Mirai, look at them. What happened? Literally just having a tour.
Yeah, just doesn't mind those bits of damage you get to receive from Lema as the only person who could possibly walk up and not get bursted down by Navi, not unless they just go full commit. But now they have more and more waves coming in, not Ayanami showing up as well. Lema just trying to scout where they are. They pretty much have information of what to expect, and
Para wala nang comeback pag ganito
still
eh.
not enough for them to go and try to engage against Navi, because even in the damage department, would you consider Winnie to even have enough damage already?
Not yet. I mean, not even a Berserker's Fury. That's what we're talking about, right? Literally a Haas Claw Fa. Unfortunately, no purple buff, so he has to sit there and wait for it to come back as Navi take the initiative to start putting more structural damage.
Yep, they're keeping the pressure, and now it's Lema who, for the first time, actually gets bursted down, has to flicker out of that. Worldy already committed as well, but they're just trading space. They want this base turret.
Good.
There's the setup coming in from Ling, but she had to go down alongside with it.
Actually making this an endgame scenario. No, they still are able to kill it off. And luckily on the opposite end, Fa was able to pick up a purple
Yay,
buff
a
for
purple.
herself. Yeah.
Hey,
It's
That's
still
a
a rough game.
it's an exchange of a base turret.
Yeah, it's like, man, not the best in the world, but hey, we take what we can get, and luckily the team, they really need these minions. Like, splitting the gold at this point of time is probably not ideal. Like, Fire understands, you know what, even though I don't have as much gold, it's important that I stay even in EXP against Keishi.
Yep, and these placements, these traps are becoming more and more important. Fortunately for them, they have that tool, but I don't think they've been able to maximize it as well. Ooh, Fa! She tried to take that away, but it was still Keishi who got it.
They're still gonna be dancing around for a little bit, and I don't know if they checked. No.
Ulit na ko po.
Big time!
They didn't check! Fortunately, had the flicker, and Ling was there too,
Muntik
ready
na
to
naman.
protect. But that's the thing, they forced out the flicker. We only have about 12 seconds before the next Lord.
I mean, they're conditioning them, right? They're conditioning them every single time, and I think that GXP need to start setting some real protocols here. This has happened way too many times. You cannot expect we need to always have her flicker available. And now Navi is in such a powerful position. They're going to have only 2 members actually deal with this Lord while everybody else is on guard duty.
Not Ayanami holding the bottom side. Mirai just standing there. Look at this, look at this. Oh, she has the immortality too. I think Fa will be okay though, yeah.
Especially when you have iframes, you're just so unimportant as a priority target for a chip. I could not figure out a better way of saying that. You just don't want to deal with that, right? You want Winnie, you want people who can get punished by this. Arguably even Lima as well, but that's only if that flicker is down. And knowing that Winnie has been losing her flicker consistently every single minute it comes back on, I think that so far Mirai is ready to start trading. Maybe even not even hiding, just flickering into the middle of them.
And just putting up the portal right then and there, but that forces out the Tempest of Blades from Fa. Won't even be confident enough to deal with the cut as well, but Lima, together with Sophia, are decently dealing a bit of damage already towards Mirai. I think that's a bit of a win.
It is a win, and I don't think Navi is getting as much value as they wanted to, right? They now desync the waves that they were trying to prepare. Mirai finally loses immortality.
Oh, but every single member of Navi just jumps into
Pumalo, nice one. Pumasok sa lima, patay ang gag.
Chain CC was a little too good, or maybe the pitch points came up a little too late. Either way, Navi is going to be starting to crash down on every single one of these inhibitors.
Selena mid lane pa.
Of a kill for GXP, but Navi are not going to risk it just yet. They're
Pana?
not gonna try to go for the end.
Pana na naman?
They fully respect
Grabe
GXP
naman Pana.
right under their base, but there is another wave coming in mid. It's going to crash really, really soon, and that's a lot of space created. Ling only finding one, but Rian only has her
Kaya? Nice one.
Finding Ling. It's a shutdown towards Keishi.
Pero kaya.
Will that be enough?
Naku, pinana. Oo. O, yun lang. Ayun lang. Back na. Back konti, Lodi. Naku po. Naku po. Bumak na kayo. Naubos pa.
Oh my goodness, I
Naubos
can't
pa
believe it.
sila.
As Redmar mentioned,
Diyos ko, day.
arrow, it just needs to hit. Once that arrow connects, there's so much more you can do with it. And this time, just
Grabe. Ang sakit nun si Lina.
Navi have already taken out 3 of their inhibitor turrets.
Ginulat ang mundo.
It's gonna be a little difficult to play once the next
Ganun.
Lord spawns. And Navi,
Baka
they
makambak
find
pa
it.
sila niyan.
First shutdown, fine. That's on
Grabe naman yun.
right? The conceal, you're making sure getting pushed out of the way, but this engagement coming in from Link initially was looking good until they got executed. However, you see the mistake come right about, oh no! They timed it out before the arrow was about to be thrown, but even so you can tell the frustration on Navi's face.
Yeah, but it was just a pixel away until we weren't able to see it. But you know what happened at that moment. It was an unfortunate sequence for Navi, even as they just tried to really attempt for an end angle. And now let's see how they play around with their positionings once again, because they have been placing these traps around the areas where Mirai is really expected to just show up, even throwing them out just to ensure that they will have enough information. So that's GXP really playing it safe, but is Fa gonna be safe on top? She's having to deal with not Ayanami.
I mean, Fa unfortunately just literally cannot 1v1 this Freya. Not without that Bruno. Not like how we saw it earlier. And worse yet, Navi, this is what we call the chokehold. Like, how do you even win this scenario? No matter what you do, Mirai can catch you with the shortcut, and which they're about to see right now.
Oh.
Right before the portal gets laid down, and Mirai
Sayang.
will no longer try to go for the chase. But that
Oh.
was really
Oh.
smart from Navi as well. Okay, wait.
Saan punta?
Fight that?
They
Hindi
can
mo
still
base yan?
technically chase this for a little bit, but the more attention Fa is able to bring to them, the better.
Hindi mo...
That's BMI
hello?
and Rain alongside Mirai
Kaya?
trying to go for Fa. They're not letting him
Grabe.
return or her to return to the base. As not Ayanami, Mirai and Keishi
Huwag niyo
are just
pauwiin.
dealing with the win.
Ayun.
Eyes down.
Gumagawa ng pangarap
Straight
yung
down.
Ling.
Now the rest of the members can catch up and just go for the siege. The Lord is still up. Sophia trying to
Tapos.
jump in. It's Mirai who she's actually targeting.
Tapusin niyo na.
Do it. And now it's winning.
Sana Torre na, oh.
Wind of nature.
Torre ang
They do not
importante.
care. They're after the base.
Nice.
Lethal counter, and
Nice
that's the
one.
end.
Oh, tough one. Really, really tough one. Well